Hello.
Hello.
Good
Hi, so
afternoon.
long. It's been so long.
So long. We talked in last year.
Yeah. Okay, that's a pun. Anyway, how have you been? Good afternoon.
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. And how about you?
I'm doing good as well. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to talk about today?
Anything that you wish?
Okay, how was your New Year's? Did you celebrate or did you just watch
Oh,
award shows?
actually, I was on a trip with my friends, and
Okay,
we had decided to go Darjeeling. We had
okay,
our train to Siliguri, and from there we had to
okay,
catch a cab to
okay,
Darjeeling. But
okay,
only in train, we changed our plan. We thought that 2 days in Darjeeling would be waste of time. Why not
okay.
go Gangtok? Because the main idea behind going was to experience snowfall. And so we changed our plan and then we went to Gangtok and
Mhm,
we were there. Though some parts were closed, so that was not a very nice experience. Yet it
mhm,
was wonderful because we experienced the snowfall. And I mean, whatever our target was, we achieved that.
mhm.
So
Oh,
we,
okay.
on the very 1st of January, we were in Yamthang Valley and we enjoyed a lot.
Yamtang Valley. That was in Gangtok.
Yeah, that
That's
is.
nice. So, are you
Yeah,
okay? Like,
yeah, it's okay now.
I think the cold has taken a toll on everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, in the season of cold, I generally it happens with me. For
Mhm.
almost a month, I would be suffering from this cough thing.
Okay.
Not exactly, but I feel like whenever I talk loud or
Mhm.
I have tendency to sing I used to sing my favorite songs on an app. So while singing as well, I feel this thing, feel coughing out most of the time.
Yeah, I think this has happened with me as well. And I think with everybody, because ever since COVID, especially all the people who have been infected with COVID at some point, their
Yeah,
lungs have gotten a little weaker, I feel.
maybe
There's more cough.
because yeah,
Please go ahead.
I mean I maybe because I said I mean I had been contracted with COVID as well, so I don't feel that way. I mean, I
Mhm.
don't feel that anything has been damaged in that much because whatever my problem was, it is from earlier.
Okay.
Before COVID, I was facing these things as well, and it's
Okay.
pretty normal.
Okay. I mean, with me as well, earlier I used to get inflamed, inflammation in my tonsils frequently. Whenever the seasons changed, my tonsils just used to swell. But
Yeah.
that hasn't happened this year. Instead, I've been down with cough and cold frequently. Like, I'll have cough and cold for 3 days, then I'll get better, and then again it'll hit me. So,
Yeah, that happens. I mean, I was talking the same with another tutor, and she
mhm.
was saying the same thing that earlier I used to have, but now it feels like I have been acclimatized to these things. So it
Oh,
doesn't affect that way.
oh, okay. That's that's nice. Anyway,
Yeah.
so you were on a trek. That's amazing because like going on a trek has always been on my bucket list as well. I've never been on a trek.
Yeah. So, and how was your celebration?
I didn't celebrate because I was sick. My mother got sick. My dad
Oh
also
God,
got
my
sick.
God, a bad day.
Yeah, so all of us were just like crawled up in our bed. And fortunately, my brother came to visit us. He got leave from college. So he was there to help us. He was like pouring hot water for us and getting some food ready for us. So that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did prepare some pizza homemade pizza for everybody.
Okay. Huh.
You know, it's a funny experience because like I was sick and I contracted a shoulder injury. So it was difficult for me to stand for longer durations because I couldn't move my neck or I couldn't keep my spine upright for long. So
Right.
and my mother was also sick, so she couldn't get out of bed. My dad couldn't get out of bed. So we were like, we'll not let this New Year's be boring. We'll cook something nice. So I was like, pizza is the easiest. And then when I started chopping all the vegetables, I realized that I had to chop a lot of vegetables for 4 people.
Oh,
And then after 10 minutes, I was like, I'm getting a lot of, I was sensed a sharp pain in my back. It's like, I'm going to lie down for 5 minutes, then I'm going to come back, finish shopping, then lie down for 5 minutes, then come back, saute the vegetables, lie down, prepare the base, lie down. And like, this is how I prepared pizza. Then it took me around 1 hour.
okay. So hats off to you. I mean, even after feeling those things, you
Yeah.
were able to do that and
Because
make
I
it a
didn't
little
want
better
everybody to.
than Chandra.
I'm sorry.
I mean, even after being in that situation, you were able to do it and make the day a little better for you and your family members.
I think my passion for eating pizza was greater than my pain.
Yeah, right. Uh,
Yeah. So anyway, it was fun, but yeah, we didn't celebrate. But I did go out last week. I also went on a trek, so that was nice.
oh,
Yeah.
so where?
It was closer. It is 1.5 hours away from my city, and it was nice. But we had to sleep in really cold. Like the tents were not good. We did not even have quilts or something like that. We just snug. We wore all of our jackets and then we tried getting some sleep, but it was of no use. So anyway,
So, sorry.
yeah.
I mean, even in that trekking, you did not feel that comfortable, but yet it was enjoyable. Yeah.
Yes, it was. Trekking is always nice. I feel like it helps you disassociate from uh, real life. Like you just
Yeah.
walking and you don't have to think about anything. You just have to walk, right?
Yes, right. Like only this year, I mean, the last year in September, I
Mm.
was on a 2 week trip to Uttarakhand along with the same group of friends as well.
Okay.
And there we trekked the Kedarnath, that is around 19 kilometers. So
Mhm.
we took almost 12 hours
Okay.
to trek that because a few of us had got damaged their leg or they were so exhausted that
Mhm.
they were unable to walk. So they were taking break after 10 meter or 20 meter.
Oh my God. So you guys trekked for
But
12 hours
yet,
continuously.
yeah, but yet we all of us completed that.
Okay. Instead of saying but yet, we can say and yet.
Yeah,
Because but
yeah,
yet
yeah,
would be
and
like
yeah,
oxymoron.
yeah, right, right. I mean, I was not able to use properly. I was trying to use only yet, but came in.
Yeah, see, we have a habit because we've been
Yeah,
taught only about but and not as much about yet ever since school,
right,
right?
right, right.
Yeah. Oh my God. So you guys walked for 12 hours straight. That's mind
Yeah.
blowing. That you need a lot of stamina for that.
I mean, we were taking breaks in between, like I said. So we were taking breaks in those time, and they were others were sitting as well. But I don't know why did I challenge myself that I do not want to sit, and I tried till the. I mean, I sat only after reaching the peak.
Oh my God. You must have been really tired after coming back.
Yeah, all of us.
Yeah. Because like even though my trek was very short, like I think my trek was only 5 or 6 kilometers. When I came back, I couldn't move because my body had given up.
Yeah, right. And sometimes even 5 or 6 kilometers become tricky because we in the same trip, we trekked Yamunotri. That is just
Oh
6
my God.
kilometers, but that was tougher. Like some of us were saying that this trekking is tougher than the Vaishno Devi, that is around 13 kilometers. But
Oh.
yet, because I mean, Vaishno Devi is quite easier because
Mhm.
there is proper way or the stairs as well, and the this Yamunotri trekking was a lot a lot steeper.
Oh my God. Hats off to you then for doing it, because Vaishno Devi, even though it's easier now, it's still pretty tiring because you
Yeah,
have
of
to
course
keep
it is.
switching. Yeah. Oh my God. So you are an adventurer. You didn't tell me anything about that in our previous session.
Oh, we talked only once. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I can see a lot of improvement in this session because you're using voice modulation, you're changing your expressions. I
Okay.
remember. So
Yeah.
it's really nice. So kudos to you for that.
Thank you, and credit to you as well, because I listened to that recording that I had with you so many times, and I feel that how you are able to do that. So I can learn something from there as well, and I mean that has helped me a lot.
I'm flattered.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, other than that, like, how has the new year been going? Have you been like, did you make any resolutions for this year?
No, I don't believe in resolution thing, because
Okay.
I have tried it earlier, and what happens that once I make it, and as the time passes by, I tend to go back to my normal routine. So this
Mm-hmm.
happens, and I thought that instead of making New Year resolution, just try to do whatever you were doing in just in more form way.
Mm.
So I'm on to that only now.
So you just intend on improving instead of setting strict goals. You
Yeah,
just intend on improving upon the things that you're already doing.
right. And like instead of setting goals, just focus on the process, because once you are focusing on the process, you are definitely going to reach the goal.
Yeah, I agree completely because a lot of people know how to set goals, but they don't know how to set a plan of action for achieving those goals,
Yeah,
right? So we
right.
usually what we do is we take a piece of paper and list down a couple of things that we want to do, but we never plan on how to do them, right?
Or sometimes even after planning, we are unable to
Execute.
focus, I mean execute that, yeah, or to
Yeah.
follow that routine rigorously so that we could achieve that.
You know, the main problem with execution is that sometimes we set unrealistic goals for ourselves. The long term goals itself themselves are unrealistic, but the plan of action that we create for ourselves, like exercising 1 hour a day every day, that is unrealistic.
Yeah, of course, that is also another point that we have to think
Yeah.
seriously, that whenever we start making some plan, like we forget, it is okay to forget about our past, but we
Mhm.
try to make that okay, whatever has gone, and from here onwards I want to achieve everything in just 1 month. For example,
Exactly.
if I talk about English, I would
Mhm.
forget that what I was doing in last 10 years, but now I want to reach it in just 1 month. So that is
Yeah.
impossible. If it is going to take some time, it will take that. So instead of making it that much hectic, try to make in a way that you are able to follow. I mean,
Yeah.
something realistic.
Yeah, exactly. Like we should the issue with us is that we either underestimate or we overestimate our capabilities.
Right.
We never adequately estimate our capabilities and our mindset because this is uh, this is a phenomena called dysmorphia, that you fail to recognize who you are as a person.
And this is very precarious thing, and very common. I
Yeah,
mean, most
exactly.
of people do these things.
Yeah, and I blame social media for it. Because once you like, when you're scrolling through social media, you see a video of somebody lifting 100 kgs in for a deadlift, or somebody doing pull-ups, and then your brain starts thinking that, okay, I can also do that. But that's where the problem lies, that we don't adequately gauge our capabilities. For doing that, we have to practice every day, or at least 5 times a day, 5 times a week. And we fail to realize how much work that person has actually put in for that one 30-second video.
Right. I
Right.
mean, that is the general human tendency, that we generally watch only the success,
Mhm.
those who are at peak, but we do not want to watch the process which they have followed to reach that peak. So we can
Yeah.
talk about various people. I mean, we generally do not talk about the others who have achieved so much in their life, maybe like Sachin Tendulkar or some celebrities. But
Yeah.
even if we are talking about the general people, let's take one YouTuber who has almost 50K subscriber. So we see that and we
Yeah.
think that, okay, if he or she can do that, why not I? Let set a goal and we have to reach there in 2 months. No, no,
Yeah.
let's see that they have reached there in after hard work of 5 years maybe. They
Exactly.
were doing that. Or if you are unable to see, their progress has been in that way. Whatever they were doing before that, that has helped them to reach there. It's not that they are started and they reached. Even if
Yeah.
somebody is reaching in just 2 or 3 months, at least see what the talent they have. Or
Yeah.
if you can garner all those things, if you have the ability
Mhm.
to make yourself that better, then only you would be able to reach there. So instead of focusing on successful people, just focus on the process. That's what I
Yeah.
believe.
But I feel like it's not only the issue does not only reside with the viewers. It's also about the people who are uploading their success, because they only upload the good parts.
Right.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
show us the vulnerable moments or moments there where they fell. They just show us the peak, not the base camp.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, I took a resolution, like it's a subconscious thing, that I promise myself that I'll upload content on my social media, and I'll not aim for perfectionism. I'll aim on
Right.
consistency.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that. And I feel happy, because when you're aiming for perfectionism, you tend to lose sight of the actual goal.
Right.
Right. Anyway, I've also started following some good content creators who actually, show you the clips of their vulnerable moments as well, and not just the perfect Instagram worthy moments. So I like those kind of content creators.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, please go ahead.
I mean, I would like to name one person like who has been followed by many of learners like us. And I have also been started like I used to watch her videos. A YouTuber called Alina Reis, CA Alina Reis.
Okay, I'll check
So
her out.
yeah, so when I had started watching her, she
Yeah.
was around at 30K subscriber, and now she is about to reach 3 million subscribers. So when she started, I mean, in 2020 during
Yeah.
lockdown, she was around 30K, and
Uh-huh.
she, I mean, the all those contents she generally make the video for encouraging those who are learning English. So the way
Mm-hmm.
she uh, displayed her and all her success and all her hardships that she went through, that was awesome.
Oh my God. How come I never knew about her? Thank you so much for telling me about her. I'll definitely check out her channel, because reaching 3 million subscribers within 2 years, that's extreme progress.
Yeah, I think I'm right. Maybe, but she has reached in millions for sure.
Yeah. Even if not millions, but like gaining subscribers means that you're doing at least something right with your content.
Yeah, I mean, the way she explains everything,
Mm-hmm.
or the way she encourages, or the way she puts her hardships, it seems all real, and she doesn't show off. That is what I was trying to put in here.
Okay. So she doesn't let her ego blind her, and she's more
Yeah,
humble and grounded with her progress.
right.
Yeah. I also observed a lot of improvement with respect to your vocabulary. So that's impressive as well.
Okay.
Yeah. How have you been practicing your vocabulary?
Uh, Vocabulary is a similar thing. Like I have a collection. I try to repeat, I revise those things, and then try to apply them.
Wow, that's impressive. So, I mean, you're pretty hardworking. I respect that a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So we have about 3 more minutes left. Do you have any questions for me at this point?
Um, Not no specific question that I can recollect right now.
Okay. How long have you been following Alina Reis? Is that correct? Alina Reis?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I had started watching in 2020 itself.
Oh, okay.
At that point of time, I was not even thinking to, I mean, thinking to work on my speaking skill. I
Mm-hmm.
just used to watch those videos for time pass.
Okay.
And and then, I mean, that time I was expecting one of my results. I was preparing for government job. But
Mm-hmm.
after I failed in that, I thought that I need to look at other aspects as well. And then I decided that I have to work on my English so that if nothing works out, I can run a coaching center, teach a spoken English, because it can be a nice way
Mm-hmm.
to survive for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that way, and after that, I started only after a year in 2021.
Okay.
And even at that point of time, I was not sure that I am able to do it, or I mean, the self confidence
Mm-hmm.
was not there. Self confidence was not there.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow I came across a video of clapping learners uploading the way I
Their
have been
sessions.
as
Yeah.
well. So I watched that, and after that I started practicing with those videos.
Oh, okay.
Like I used to pause at their turn, learner's turn, and talk with as if the tutor is talking to me. And for
Oh.
almost 4 to 5 or 6 months, I did that.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I garnered the courage that yes, I shall give it a whirl now. And
Yeah.
then I started working with Clappingo
Okay.
and working on my speaking abilities. So that is how I have progressed.
That's really impressive because usually people end up subscribing to things and then they don't use their subscriptions properly. But you actually tested the waters before landing your boat inside the into the waters. So that's nice. That's actually pretty smart.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, that brings us to the end of our session. It was lovely talking with you. And this session was definitely more interesting than the previous session. I see a lot of improvement. And I hope that you keep going ahead with the same attitude.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I would like to ask one more thing
Yeah.
that how to work on grammar. Like a few things that though I think that I'm good at it, but I want some more improvement in this, and I feel like stuck. I'm stuck now
Okay.
because here I know these rules.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I make a few mistakes in articles, sometimes more with preposition.
Okay.
And though I know the rules, yeah, if it comes to article and subject verb agreement, I
Yeah.
know the rules, but while speaking, tend to make those silly mistakes.
Mistakes.
But in preposition, I'm not that confident.
Okay. One thing that I would suggest is it's good that you know the rule, but it's not enough. You need to practice, and for practice you need exercises. So if you simply Google grammar exercises and go for the multiple choice ones, because they have some examples and sentences, a couple of generally used sentences where you can like choose the correct option. And if you Google it, you will get a lot of websites that provide free grammar exercises. So there is no other way actually. Even when I am speaking, I don't always notice all the preposition and the article mistakes that somebody makes. I notice the ones that stand out the most, that I feel like are being repetitive and stuff. So, I mean, we're not in school anymore, so there's no teacher who will check our notebooks and give us advice, right? So the best way is solving exercises. I would suggest that you start with the free exercises available on the internet, and there are a lot of PDFs as well that you can find for free. You can find grammar books in the form of PDFs for free. But if you want a hands-on experience, then I suggest that you either download the PDF and then print out the book yourself, or you can order it on Amazon and solve exercises. That's it.
Right. And the reason why I bring in this topic here, because I try to listen, or I mean, I'm listening more on these things, even my recording myself. So when I listen to it, I am able to make
out that
those things, make out that I was wrong here or there, or if I listen to others as well. So these are helping, and like I might have told you that I am a tutor myself. So I don't want to be in that phase that where I'm making those silly mistakes at least. If some mistakes I'm making, it's okay, because sometimes you cannot have impeccable knowledge of all these things.
Yes.
But making silly mistakes is sometimes becomes embarrassing.
Yeah. But I would suggest that you don't be too hard on yourself. It's fine, because as I mentioned in the previous session, English is not our first language. I make mistakes all the time. I just move on from them, and I try to avoid making the mistakes as much as I can. But I cannot completely rule out the mistakes.
Right.
Right.